Welcome to Real Cooking for Real Life. I'm Heather Gray with Discovering Health, and this is not a set, and I am not an actress. This is literally, we're doing this as we're doing this because I thought about setting this up as like a shoot and getting everything done, nice makeup. But the problem with that is I'd be wasting a lot of food because I have issues in my DNA that doesn't allow me to detox histamines properly. And so I'm one of those folks that actually can't eat leftovers. And the longer the leftover, the worse that it is. So I have to eat fresh, real food on a regular basis in order not to get inflamed and brain fog and all that fun stuff. So I am dressed. If I look like I'm dressed to go to the gym, it's because right after this, I'm going to go do my HIIT exercise, my high intensity interval training. I'm going to hit the heavy bag. So what do you like to do for your exercise? But yeah, so this morning I'm just going to do a little explanation on some of my favorite tools and why. Because not only am I teaching you how to cook for taste, but I'm teaching you how to cook for nutrition and for health and lower toxins and also lower your carbon footprint on this world. So many folks get stuck in single-use products, and I'm gonna try to show you that there's a better way. So let's raise the consciousness of the kitchen. We're gonna start off with, so as we get going into the cooking series, you'll see me use a lot of these different things, but I didn't want to stop and explain each one of them in the middle of the cooking, so I thought we would do it now. So this is probably my favoriteest tool in the kitchen right now. I just found it about 2 years ago, and I'm not sure how I lived without it. It's my Instapot. So I mentioned this in another one, but Dr. Tom O'Brien, who's like king of healing the gut and autoimmune stuff, talks about like the perfect plate. And the perfect plate for everybody's going to look a little differently because we are differently. I'm built differently. But I really like to have a root vegetable, a green vegetable, and a protein. And that's what our plates consist of. And my husband has lost over 65 pounds. I've lost now over, I think, around 45 pounds, eating this way. So not like crazy calorie restriction, not insane amounts of time in the gym, but just this balanced, beautiful, whole real food, right? And so the Instapot is great for the root vegetable, rutabagas, turnips, parsnips, beets. I don't do potatoes in here. Cabbage is really great in here too. So I'll do the bigger, long stuff in here while I cook my protein in my air fryer. This can get a little trickier. So when you're looking for a quality air fryer, you're going to want to look for something that's stainless steel and or ceramic coated. Now, I'm an expert in a lot of things. This one stumps me just a little bit. I've read some good things and some bad things about ceramic coating. So do your research, see what feels right for you. But I did see that Emeril Lagasse actually has a stainless, like the whole thing is stainless steel. So I might actually look into getting that ourselves. Because always stay away from anything that says nonstick, right? Because that's going to be Teflon. That's going to be Teflon underneath a new name. I think I mentioned this in another one of our videos, but I mean, if you really want to find out about the evils of Teflon, watch The Devil That We Know. And just the amount of toxins that it's putting in, it leaches into our body. It causes cancer, it causes Alzheimer's. I mean, it's deplorable what these chemicals are doing to ourselves. So ditch your Teflon, get rid of all your nonstick coated everything. And I kind of stick right in here. So this other one is a cast iron skillet. This is one of my all-time favorites. Been cooking with this for a long time. I've also had issues with anemia. So cooking with cast iron helps a little bit with that. They are coming seasoned these days, which kind of sucks because I don't really like the oils that they're using to season them. But as soon as I got it home, I kind of washed it and tried to re-season it myself with some good old-fashioned animal fat because it doesn't get inflammatory at a higher temperature. So they're easy, to cook, to clean too. I mean, really, if you've even got eggs or something in here, you let it soak in some hot water for about 5 minutes, and usually you can just wipe it out. It doesn't need a whole lot of scrubbing. But that's kind of this is my trinity right here. This is how I make beautiful meals in 20 to 30 minutes every day for my family. 3 meals a day. Well, not 3 meals, because like I said, we do a lot of intermittent fasting, and so only 2 meals really. Water is just as important as everything else. We are made up of like 75 to 80% water. So if you're not drinking clean water, right off the bat, you're going into a deficit. And if you think about it, chlorine in our water system is made to kill bugs. What is the majority of our gut made up of? Bugs. Good guys and bad guys. And it doesn't discriminate, so it wipes all of it out. So I stopped drinking chlorinated water a long time ago. And sadly, our water system here in Colorado puts fluoride in the water, which is really, really bad for the brain, the pineal gland. We don't have a fluoride deficiency. So this was originally a Berkey, and I really like my Berkey, and it still gets great reviews. The only reason I switched the inside of it out was because it was a little bit more expensive, because you have to buy special fluoride filters on top of the carbon filters in a Berkey to get out the fluoride, to where I switched to Radiant Life filters, and they're a little less expensive, and you don't actually have to have the special fluoride filters. So that's that with the water. I looked into reverse osmosis systems, and I've heard that they're extremely wasteful. And if you're not adding minerals back to that water, you're drinking a dead water, which is very actually high acidic. And so then your body will start pulling minerals from your bones, your teeth, and your hair to bring your body back to more of an alkaline state. So that's also the problem if you're drinking too much coffee. So whenever our bodies get too acidic, that's its natural defenses to pull from these areas to make it more alkaline. So not a huge fan. Back in the day, before I could afford something like this, I was schlepping, the 5-gallon, BPA-free water from, Whole Foods and Vitamin Cottage, and I was adding minerals back to it. But then my husband bought me one of these for Valentine's Day. It was the best Valentine's Day gift I ever got. So between that, and then I did get shower filters from Amazon, because if you think about it, our skin is our largest organ. And if you're bathing in the chlorinated water, you're still getting it into your system, even though you're not drinking it. So, and if you've got thyroid issues like I do, chlorine is a destroyer of the thyroid. So just get yourself some clean. This thing here is probably $300, and then the shower filters are $45. So for under $400, you can get your house set up with some clean water. And believe me, your body, your brain, your energy will thank you for it. I think that might be it for this part of the segment. So I'm going to get ready for the next part. We're going to be making some smoothies. Stay tuned.